These are my favorite cars to go and customize in GTA Online. It's one of my favorite activities to do in this game, and in this video we're going to go over some of the best ones that you should go and customize or buy if you don't own these cars yet. The first one is going to be a relatively new one, which is the Coquette D1. This is a very retro style vehicle, and I absolutely love the classic style of it and how small it is, but it's actually got a lot of customization options. For the exhaust, there's a decent amount of selection, but all of these actually look super cool. So we got these inverted ones. Besides these ones, the last two options are actually on the side of the vehicle, so I went with the quad front exhaust, and then you also have this long one on the skirt as well. Really cool exhaust. I absolutely love those options. Then we have a bunch of different headlight covers. The name of this one is actually kind of funny. It does kind of make the vehicle look a little sleepy. Now this is super unique. You can actually add lashes to the freaking headlights, and it actually kind of looks like a face if you look at it. You can also put some tape on it, and then I personally went with the little lights on the bottom as well. I decided to keep it pretty clean, but there's definitely a lot of really cool options, including those lashes if you want to have lashes on your headlights. All these grille options actually look super luxurious. I like the chrome touch on them a lot. A lot of different hood options as well, 11 total. These are some of the ones you can actually put on there. The liveries is one of the coolest things about this vehicle. So obviously we have the simple ones with the stripes, then we have some more options with pinstripes, and then we have a racing one, which is such a cool looking one. The name of it fits perfectly. It's just an old school racing livery, and there's also a rusty version of this one as well. If you go for a classic vehicle like this, I definitely recommend going with either like a gold or a silver paint job. They just look so freaking clean. Roll cage isn't anything too special, but with the roof option you can actually completely take off the roof, so it's a convertible, or open roof I should say. So whichever one you prefer. I think both of these actually look pretty cool, especially because the inside of the vehicle is actually pretty detailed. Like, it fits the theme of the car, because not all car interiors in GTA Online are that great. This one actually does look pretty sick, so if you do want to show that off, definitely go for the open roof. You can mess with the trim on the side of the vehicle, so you can have only chrome or also the black touch on it. Trunk accessories is another amazing option on this vehicle. You can put latches on, you can put a spare wheel, which is a super nice touch. It's gonna match the wheels you actually have on the vehicle. Put a rack on this thing, different types of racks, one with luggages. This one's actually such a cool one. Or you can have a very cool spoiler. I call it a spoiler, although realistically it's just a curved antenna. You never see anything like this on any other vehicle, so that's why I went with that one. But a lot of really cool customization options. Absolutely love this vehicle, highly recommend it. The Tailgator S is another vehicle I absolutely love to customize. Starting off with a ton of different bumper options. There are 16 total options, even though a lot of these are just carbon and secondaries. You can actually make it look crazy with some of the bulkier ones. And then also for the rear, sticker bomb options, which honestly I never see anyone rocking these, but I mean, if you like those, you can go for them. More fender options. This time they're actually called fenders, so if you want to make this more of a wide body vehicle, you can with these. I'm personally not a huge fan of these, but they are there if you wanted to. And 24 different hood options. That is actually crazy. For the interior of the car, keep in mind we are in Los Santos Customs, so having so many interior options is kind of rare. Also, why is this glitched? Why is this a different interior when I scroll up like this? Do you guys see that? It actually adds like the phone stand and everything. Also, the door has one little option, doesn't change a whole lot, and a ton of different options for the seats. They're basically all racing themed ones if you want to put those on. Also, the steering wheel. So this is a super impressive vehicle to customize. Literally 29 different categories to customize. That is a ton. So for the liveries, of course, we have the usual stripes. The sci-fi one actually does look pretty cool. Very unique option, I must say. Then we go on to the racing themed ones. A lot of different racing ones and some camo ones at the end. We can put mud guards on this car. Roof options, we have roof accessories. A lot of different roof accessories for the Tailgator S. Again, with the sticker bomb options, I really don't know who would put a sticker bomb on the Tailgator S, to be honest. For the spoiler, 29 different options for the spoilers. So you can have the lip spoilers, and then they get bigger and bigger and more serious. Honestly, these look super sick. We can actually customize the the trunk to also have sticker bomb. What a surprise. There's so many sticker bomb options, but that is the Tailgator S. The next one is called the Envisage or Envisage. I still to this day don't know how to pronounce the name of this vehicle. Spelled like Envisage, but you never know. And as you can see, I already customized it. And yes, it's got the most ridiculous looking spoiler I've ever seen in GTA Online. I swear the forged carbon is one of the ugliest things you can put on a car in GTA Online. I don't know anyone that would actually put that option. Some cool hood accessories. I'm personally a big fan of the fins you can put on here. It is pretty unique. For the hood itself, you have a couple different options. Luckily, no carbon options here or forged carbon. Also, this fading stripes one, which is actually really sick. Then we have some racing ones, of course. This one's actually crazy. And finally, an anime themed one, it looks like, which is kind of like both anime and racing at the same time. Honestly, great spoilers for this vehicle. A lot of really unique ones that are pretty different from each other, especially the extreme performance wing, which again is the craziest customization option I've ever seen in this game. Another amazing vehicle is the Growler, based off of a Porsche. This is one of the nicest looking Porsches in the game. And what do you know, it's got a lot to customize, so let's check it out. Not too many options for the bumpers, but as you can see, each option does actually make the car look substantially different from one another. 19 different exhaust options, which is absolutely insane. Front fenders, you can put some on, but honestly, I don't think it looks good on this car. I like to keep it somewhat clean, and some different hood options, which honestly do look pretty good. This one is maybe a little bit too over the top, but again, the interior option while we're inside of Los Santos Customs, a lot to customize with this one. The dials as well. As you're seeing, if you wanted to make this a super over the top race car, you could, because these options are super over the top, but I just decided to keep it clean. You can change the inside of the door if you wanted to. You can change the seats, a lot of different racing themed seats. You can also change the steering wheel if you want to something different, but the stock one is fine for me. For the lip spoiler, so the spoiler and the lip spoiler are actually two different options, as you can see. 31 different categories to customize is absolutely ridiculous. Some really clean looking P-Fister logos. We got the Growler logo, we got some stripes we can put on there, and then come the crazy racing ones. The rear splitters adds a little bit in the back of the vehicle. As you can see, some roof accessories. We can put a light bar, we can put a roof rack. On top of the rack, we can actually have a whole box on top of it. So again, you can make this car look so many different ways. And then for some spoilers, if you wanted to add a spoiler on it, these are actually pretty good. For the taillights, we can actually add different colored glass on the taillights. Honestly, I wouldn't do this personally just because I have a certain paint job on this thing. But if you have like an all green design or an all red design or any of these colors, you might want to put it on there. Awesome vehicle to customize. There are a ton of different options. The 10F wide body is the Benny's version of the 10F, and it's one of the nicest looking Audis we have in the game. And of course, it's a Benny's vehicle. Of course, it's going to have a lot of customization options, but just for the sake of it, I still wanted to include a Benny's vehicle in a customization video. This is one worth checking out. So you can completely remove most of the back of the vehicle, so you basically can't see the license plate. 23 different options for the exhaust. You can change the look of the grille in the front, but honestly, I do think the stock version does look best. The headlight covers are kind of interesting because it basically just dims the light a little bit. It doesn't do a whole lot. Of course, we got the interior options that we saw with the other vehicles, like the Growler, for example, and then 17 different liveries, including the stripes. Then we have the German flag stripe. We have a Japanese one with some Japanese lettering on the side of the vehicle. Then we move on to some racing ones. This 10F graffiti one is actually super clean and super basic. I actually really like it. The 30 spoiler options is definitely one of the highlights of this vehicle. So let's start with the ducktails, the small ducktails if you like them. There's actually a lot of them, like 18 different ducktails. That's actually insane. The last ones are actually connected to the roof of the car, or like near the roof of the vehicle. That's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it for this one. Of course, you can put Bunny's wheels on this, so you have an extra selection of wheels. Some of the best cars to customize are hands down police cars. They have so many unique options that normal vehicles just don't have. These are only customizable inside of the arena workshop, I believe, so you do need an arena if you own one of these. The main things we want to look at are, one, the exhaust. You can have them either on the side or in the back. The grill's pretty interesting because you can pretty much like delete some of the grill on the inside there, as you can see. The hood of the vehicle is also pretty cool. You can have some giant engines on it. it, even though that's pretty unrealistic. Hands down, the coolest thing with police cars are the liveries. I mean, you have so many different types, like highway patrol for different counties. Like we have Del Perro, we also had Davis PD, we had Grapeseed and Paleto Bay, and we even have 2 liveries which are basically combining a police car with a race car, because this just looks like a racing livery. Then we have the police equipment you can put on the back of the vehicle and on the roof. It's like a really cool looking tech basically, and different cameras. You can also change the type of searchlights you have, so you can either fully delete it or you can have different styles. Honestly, this one's the coolest and this one's the second coolest, I would say. The push bar on the front of the vehicle can also be changed. There are a good amount of police cars in the game nowadays, but all of them have pretty similar customization, besides a few differences maybe with some of the newer ones. You can also add spoilers for these police cars, even though once again they're not super realistic. Drop a like if you went on to enjoy this video, and subscribe if you're new for more awesome videos like these that you do not want to miss. And click the video on screen now for the coolest cars you forgot about in GTA Online. I hope you all enjoyed that video, and peace.